Hi, everyone. My name is Shakira, and today we're going to talk about money mindset and why you do not have the money that you desire yet. So, number one, we're going to start out with the Word of God. This started when you were an itty little child, and you learned the love of money is the root of all evil. You learned it is easier for a camel to go through the head of a needle than it is for a rich man to enter the kingdom. You learn that you cannot serve God and manna. What this does is it causes you not to pursue money. You're not going to pursue money if you look at it as negative. So you don't have to love money. You don't have to serve money. And you don't have to go to hell because you're wealthy. So, what is not emphasized that is in the Word of God is that God actually gives you the power to get wealth, that the wealth of the wicked is laid up for the just. So, just think about that. Number one. Number two, somewhere down the line in your life, you were taught that only white people can live the life that they desire to live. So I have a weekly podcast, and I am going to bring on Black people who are living the life that they want to live. The more you see it, the more it'll get into your subconscious mind. So you're not going to see things like this in the media because the media is not showing you this on purpose. The media is putting the opposite thought into your subconscious mind. Every time you look at things, every time you hear things, is going into your subconscious mind. So, what is the media putting in your mind? They're putting negative images of Black people. And so, I'm going to bring positive images every week. Every week, you're going to see them. And just think about that subconscious mind. Maybe it was something you were taught. Maybe it's just something that you just picked up naturally that only white people can live the life that they want to live. Number three, why you do not have the money that you desire yet. Um, I don't have a mentor. I don't know what to do. I'm just out here trying to figure it out. Nobody will help me. I don't have a network. I don't have any connections. So this is actually reality. People don't seem to help other people. People who have already made it, they don't seem to reach back and help other people. And by helping them, I mean help them get to where they are. So you don't see that very often. So I don't have a mentor. I don't have a network of people who can help me out, show me how to get there. So what you're going to do is you just, whatever your dream is, you're just going to work on that. Take one foot, put one foot in front of the other. And eventually people will come along that will give you like a little advice or a little direction here and there. So the ideal of a true mentor is somebody who's going to actually hold your hand and show you how to get from here, you're here, and you want to go here. So the idea of a mentor to actually hold your hand and bring you from here to here is not reality. So reality is more something like this. You're trying to go from here to here, but you don't know how to get there. So you work and work, work, you work. That's taking you in the wrong direction. Somebody shows up, gives you a piece of information this way. Work, keep working, keep putting one foot in front of the other. Do a little bit every day. You're veering off. You're not getting to your goal. Somebody pops up, gives you a piece of information, piece of direction. So that's more of what the picture looks like instead of having this person help me, show me, guide me, hold my hand, help me to get from here to here. Okay, that's number three. Sad to say, but it's really reality. Number four, we're going to talk about race and privilege. Okay, so the reason why you do not have the money that you desire yet, well, a lot of things have happened in the past that affects your future. One of those being 400 years of slavery that has an effect on your finances. Um, Also, there were a lot of laws put in place by the government that affects your finances. One law being redlining. And so if you're familiar with redlining is they look at a map, they draw a line. If you live in this area, you can get a loan for a house. You can get a loan for rental property. If you live in this area, the bank is not giving you any loans. So no rental properties, no houses. So redlining. And so that happened in the past, but actually it's still here. There are still banks out here denying people loans. So that is another thing that would affect your finances, and it is based on race. Now, as far as the privilege goes, everybody doesn't start at the same, everybody doesn't start on the same playing field. There are some people that start out on third base. For example, you have a parent who can pay for your education. If your parent is paying for your education, that means you don't have student loans. If you don't have student loans, you're not paying the money on student loans. You're paying that money to do whatever you want to with it. Buy more businesses, buy more houses. So it makes it easier for you to get ahead, if you know what I'm saying. So that's one example of privilege. You have parents that can pay for your education. That gives you a leg up. Um, Perhaps you have parents who can pay for your wedding, or you have a parent that can give you $50,000 to start a business, or you have a parent that can give you $20,000 as a down payment on your first home. So, all of these things are considered privilege. And so, it separates people who have privilege from people who are starting off at square one. Not only are you starting off with square one, but there is the 400 years of slavery, and there are laws that are implemented by the government on purpose. There are banks still denying loans. Okay? So that is number four, why you do not have the money that you desire yet. Keyword is yet. Number five, we're going to talk about marriage. So the marriage rate is not what it should be. There are, I'm not going to group men into all one category, but there is a certain percentage of men who don't have the desire to marry and they are not looking for a wife. So, what happens when two people come together? They have more power. So, say you're making 100,000. Say you're making 100,000. That's 200,000. But if there's one person, that's 100,000. Two people, one mortgage, one electricity bill, one water bill, one of the majority of the bills. Two people coming together, that's power, that's more wealth. So that is number 5, marriage, the low marriage rate, and the lack of desire to be married or to look for a wife. Number 6, the reason why you don't have the money that you desire yet is you just don't have the information. So the information, it was kept on purpose. It was kept privately on purpose. And a lot of the information still is to this day being kept on purpose. So when you find out how to make money, believe me, they're not going to be trying to tell you. They're going to let you figure that out on your own. So you just don't have the information. But since we're in the internet generation, it is opening the eyes of a lot of people, and you are getting the information that you ordinarily wouldn't have. And you get this information from listening to podcasts. There are people talking about finance all day on podcasts. You're listening to Clubhouse. There's people giving out information on Clubhouse. And then there are people right here on YouTube giving information on how to make money. So you just don't have the information. Well, the information is accessible now to this generation, but just keep in mind that for prior generations, that information was kept on lock. Also, laws such as the Jobs Act, it was passed by President Obama, where usually only accredited investors were allowed to invest in certain startup companies. Well, with the Jobs Act, it allows other people to get in, not just accredited investors. So not only is this mindset what you are taught as an itty bitty child, not only is it the subconscious mind and the way that you think, it is the laws being passed by the government on purpose. It is the marriage. Do you want to come together and get married and be stronger, more powerful? And then it's the fact that we just didn't have the information, but the information is here now. But they're not going to give you all the information. So, my recommendation is to just look at people and look behind what they're saying and look at what they are actually doing. Okay? So, if you like this podcast, please share it with one other person. And on your way out, please hit the like button. It helps the channel. Have a great